I adjusted my tie in a mirror and whispered, "Smile, Daniel. Tonight matters." The reflection smiled back, but the eyes looked tired. Sophia walked into the bedroom in a silver dress that stole the air from my lungs. "You ready?" Sophia asked. "I was born ready," I said. "You look incredible." Sophia laughed softly. "Flattery before a corporate gala? Daniel wants something. I want my wife to remember Daniel exists," I joked. Sophia kissed my cheek. "Daniel always exists. Daniel just stays quiet." The ballroom glittered like a palace. Cameras flashed. Investors circled Sophia like satellites around a sun. I stood beside Sophia and listened. "CEO of the year," someone cheered. Sophia smiled. "Thank you. Malik Tech belongs to the team." I raised a glass. "To the team." Sophia squeezed my hand. "Daniel saved Malik Tech in the early days," Sophia told an investor. I shrugged. "Daniel just handled paperwork." The investor laughed. "Lucky husband." Lucky. The word echoed inside my chest like a lie, trying to convince me. Music grew louder. Conversations blended into noise. I excused myself. "I need fresh air." Sophia nodded. "Don't disappear too long." "I won't." I walked toward the terrace, but stopped when I heard Sophia's voice from the hallway. "I missed Adrian." My heartbeat stumbled. I froze beside the wall. Adrian answered softly. "Sophia looks happy." Sophia laughed, but the sound carried sadness. "Happy?" Sophia feels trapped. My fingers curled into fists. Adrian spoke again. "Marriage looks perfect from outside." "Marriage feels like a business deal," Sophia whispered. Every word felt like a blade. "Why marry Daniel?" Adrian asked. "Safety," Sophia said. "Stability." Daniel offered peace when chaos filled my life. "And love?" Adrian asked. Silence stretched like a rope pulling tighter around my chest. "Love never left Adrian," Sophia said quietly. My breath stopped. Adrian whispered, "Sophia shouldn't say that." "I never stopped comparing Daniel to Adrian," Sophia admitted. Every success, every milestone. Adrian remained the unfinished chapter. My heart pounded in my ears. I wanted the noise to drown Sophia's voice, but the universe forced every word deeper into me. Adrian sighed. "Sophia deserves happiness." "Sophia made a mistake," Sophia said. "Marriage with Daniel feels strategic, not romantic." The hallway blurred. My legs felt hollow. Adrian spoke gently. "What happens now?" "I want a divorce," Sophia said. "Sophia wants a second chance with Adrian." Silence crashed like thunder. Adrian whispered, "Are you sure?" I never felt more sure. My chest burned. Air refused to enter my lungs. I stepped back quietly and leaned against the wall. "Daniel deserves honesty," Adrian said. "Daniel deserves freedom too," Sophia replied. Freedom. The word tasted bitter. My phone buzzed. Sophia texted, "Where are you?" I stared at the message and typed, "On the terrace." My hand shook. I walked outside and stared at city lights. The skyline looked sharp and cold, like broken glass under moonlight. Sophia joined me minutes later. "There you are." I forced a smile. "Needed air." Sophia leaned on the railing. "Big night." "Big success," I said. Sophia nodded. "Everything feels perfect." The lie floated between us like smoke. "Are you happy?" I asked. Sophia paused. "Why ask that tonight?" "Because tonight feels important." Sophia studied my face. "Daniel asks strange questions. I ask honest questions." Sophia sighed. "Happiness feels complicated." I nodded slowly. "Complicated sounds honest." Sophia looked away. "Daniel trusts me, right?" The question hit harder than any confession. "I trusted you with everything," I said quietly. Sophia smiled faintly. "Good, good." The word felt like a knife, twisting deeper. Music swelled from inside. Laughter followed. The world celebrated while my marriage cracked silently. "Dance with me," Sophia said. I took Sophia's hand. "Of course." We walked back in the ballroom. Lights shimmered above us. People clapped as we stepped onto the dance floor. Sophia rested Sophia's head on my shoulder. "Thank you for always supporting my dreams." "I promise forever," I said. Sophia whispered, "You always keep promises." I swallowed hard. "Always." The song ended. Applause erupted. Sophia smiled at the crowd, radiant and untouchable. I need to greet investors, Sophia said. I understand. Sophia kissed my cheek again and disappeared into the crowd. I stood alone. Marcus approached me with a drink. You look pale. Too much champagne, I said. Marcus frowned. You never drink champagne. Tonight feels different. Marcus studied my face, but said nothing. Call me if you need anything. I will. I stepped outside again and pulled out my phone. My thumb hovered over Sophia's contact. I heard everything. I whispered to the night. The wind carried the words away. A memory flashed in my mind. Sophia crying during the startup days. I can't lose Malik Tech. I won't let that happen. I promised back then. I kept every promise, every sacrifice, every silent decision. I built your empire quietly, I murmured. Tears burned my eyes. I blinked until the city stopped blurring. A laugh echoed from the hallway. Sophia and Adrian walked together, smiling softly. I stepped back into the shadows. Tomorrow, Sophia told Adrian, Sophia files for divorce. Adrian nodded. I'll be there. My heart shattered completely, yet my face stayed calm. I walked past them without a word and headed toward the exit. The night air felt colder than winter. I whispered goodbye, Sophia. No one heard, not even Sophia, but the man leaving the gala felt different from the man who entered. I stared at the sunrise through my apartment window and whispered, one night changed everything. My phone buzzed. Marcus called. Daniel didn't answer messages. Marcus said immediately. I needed silence, I replied. Marcus exhaled. Gala looked successful. Gala ended my marriage. Silence filled the line. What happened? I heard Sophia ask Adrian for a second chance. Marcus muttered, I always distrusted Adrian. I ignored instincts, I admitted. Marcus spoke carefully. Daniel wants revenge? I want clarity. Marcus paused. Then meet me and Lily at the office. I'm coming. The conference room smelled like coffee and old ambition. Lily hugged me tightly. Daniel looks exhausted. I feel hollow. Marcus leaned forward. Tell everything. I heard every word. Divorce happens soon. Lily whispered. Sophia never knew the truth. Truth protected Sophia, I said. Marcus nodded slowly. Holding company saved Malik Tech. Holding company saved Sophia, I corrected. Lily crossed arms. Explain again. Start from the beginning. I sighed. 5 years ago, investors targeted Malik Tech. Competitors wanted control. Marcus added, Sophia trusted the wrong advisors. I created Orion Holdings. I continued. Shell companies bought majority shares quietly. Lily smiled faintly. Daniel protected Sophia without credit. I wanted safety, not praise. Marcus chuckled bitterly. Victor insisted secrecy. Victor feared marriage politics, I said. Lily asked softly, Sophia still doesn't know? No. Marcus leaned back. Irony hurts. Ironic decisions feel poetic now. Lily placed documents on the table. Financial reports show Malik Tech struggling. Marcus nodded. Adrian pushed risky expansions. I expected mistakes, I said quietly. Lily frowned. You sound calm. I feel broken, not angry. Marcus asked, Daniel regrets secrecy? I regret trust. The door opened. Victor Hayes walked in. Daniel requested documents. I need confirmation, I said. Victor handed a folder. Ownership papers remain airtight. My hands trembled slightly. Read the summary. Victor spoke clearly. Orion Holdings owns Malik Tech through 6 subsidiaries. Marcus smiled. Sophia unknowingly works for Daniel. Lily whispered, Fate feels cruel. Victor added, Board cannot challenge legal structure. I nodded slowly. Everything stands. Victor studied my face. Daniel plans action. I plan patience. Marcus laughed quietly. Patience sounds terrifying. Victor closed the folder. Divorce complicates timing. Divorce clarifies timing, I replied. Lily touched my arm. Daniel still loves Sophia? I love to dream. Marcus asked gently, dream died? Dream transformed. Victor nodded approvingly. Emotional restraint protects strategy. I don't want revenge, I said. Marcus raised an eyebrow. Not even a little. I want dignity. Lily smiled sadly. Dignity hurts more than revenge. Victor checked the time. Call me when decisions change. Victor left the room quietly. Marcus leaned closer. Daniel deserves better. I deserve peace. Lily asked, what about Sophia? Sophia chose another path. Marcus crossed arms. Adrian manipulates decisions already. I know. Lily sighed. Employees feel tension. Company will need stability soon. Marcus asked, when do you reveal truth? Not yet. Lily frowned. Why wait? I want consequences to grow naturally. Marcus nodded slowly. Karma instead of confrontation. Exactly. My phone buzzed again. Omar called. I need this call, I said. Marcus smiled. Say hello for us. I stepped outside and answered. Omar. Voice sounds heavy. Omar said. Marriage ended. Omar stayed silent for a moment. Tell everything. I overheard Sophia choosing Adrian. Omar sighed deeply. Heartbreak feels brutal. I feel empty. Omar spoke gently. Anger tempting. Very tempting. Don't rush revenge. Omar warned. I want justice. Justice requires patience. Omar replied. I own Malik Tech secretly, I admitted. Omar gasped. Sophia doesn't know? No. Wow. Omar whispered. Life writes dramatic stories. I feel tired of drama. Omar laughed softly. Then avoid revenge. I'm trying. Omar asked, still love Sophia? I love memories. Memories fade, Omar said. Self-respect lasts. I nodded even though Omar couldn't see. I need self-respect. Then stay silent, Omar advised. Silence feels powerful. Silence feels wise. Omar corrected. I want Sophia to realize mistakes naturally. Omar chuckled. Karma always arrives. I believe that now. Omar added, call anytime. I will. I ended the call and returned to the conference room. Marcus looked curious. Advice. Patience. Lily smiled. Omar always sounds wise. I'm choosing silence, I said. Marcus asked, sure about that? Yes. Lily nodded slowly. Then we prepare quietly. Marcus grinned. Quiet strategy sounds exciting. I exhaled deeply. Silence becomes my first move. I walked into the Malik Tech boardroom and told myself, stay calm, Daniel. Just listen. Sophia sat at the head of the table. Eleanor Price and Nina Kapoor whispered to Richard Cole. Adrian Blake stood near the screen like a confident shadow. Sophia cleared Sophia's throat. Thank you for coming. My chest tightened. Sophia continued. This meeting includes a personal announcement. Richard frowned. Is everything all right? Sophia nodded slowly. Sophia decided to file for divorce from Daniel. The room froze. Eleanor gasped softly. Divorce. Nina looked at me. Daniel, are you okay? I'm listening, I said quietly. Sophia avoided my eyes. Marriage faced emotional incompatibility and conflicting ambitions. Richard leaned forward. This affects public image. Sophia replied firmly. Sophia believes transparency matters. Adrian stepped closer. Stability remains our priority. Marcus would have laughed at that sentence. I stayed silent. Nina asked gently. Daniel wants to respond? I respect Sophia's decision, I said. Sophia finally looked at me, surprised. Daniel understands? I understand honesty. Eleanor whispered to Nina, this feels sudden. Sophia straightened. Sophia wants a smooth transition. Richard nodded. Investors appreciate professionalism. Adrian added, business continues normally. I almost smiled at the irony. Sophia pushed papers toward me. Divorce documents. The folder looked heavier than steel. Nina spoke softly. Daniel doesn't need to sign today. I'll sign now, I replied. Sophia blinked. So quickly, I don't believe in delays. The pen felt cold in my hand. Sophia whispered, Daniel seems calm. I value clarity. I signed every page without hesitation. The room filled with whispers. Eleanor murmured. That felt unexpected. Richard adjusted glasses. Professional approach. Adrian smiled faintly. Mutual respect always helps. I closed the folder and pushed the papers back. Done. Sophia stared at me. Daniel has no questions? I have acceptance. Sophia's voice softened. Daniel doesn't feel angry. I feel peaceful. The lie tasted bitter, but necessary. Richard stood. Meeting adjourned. Thank you. Executives slowly left the room. Eleanor squeezed my shoulder. Take care. Thank you, I replied. Nina whispered, you deserve happiness. I'm working on that. Soon the boardroom emptied. Only Sophia and Adrian remained. Sophia spoke quietly. Daniel surprised me. I learned control. Adrian crossed arms. Daniel handled this gracefully. I value dignity, I said. Sophia looked conflicted. Sophia expected resistance. I don't fight losing battles. Sophia frowned slightly. Marriage wasn't a battle. Marriage felt like strategy. Sophia flinched. Daniel sounds distant. I sound honest. Adrian cleared throat. Sophia has another meeting. Of course, I said. Sophia hesitated. Daniel, thank you. I nodded. Good luck. I walked out before emotions betrayed me. Victor waited in the hallway. How did it go? Divorce signed. Victor studied my face. You look composed. I practiced. Victor lowered voice. Board believes you accepted defeat. I accepted timing. Victor smiled faintly. Good answer. We entered Victor's office. I closed the door. Ownership remains secret. Absolutely, Victor confirmed. When do we reveal truth? I asked. Victor tapped the desk. Not yet. Patience strengthens impact. I want perfect timing. Victor nodded. Company instability already growing. Adrian accelerates mistakes, I said. Victor smirked. Adrian helps your strategy unknowingly. I don't enjoy this. You don't need enjoyment, Victor replied. You need results. I sighed. Sophia looked confused. Calm reactions confuse people, Victor said. I'm tired of pretending. Pretending protects power. I nodded slowly. Soon everything changes. Victor smiled. I'll prepare documents. Thank you. I left the building and drove toward my childhood home. The familiar gate opened slowly. Warm lights glowed from inside. My mother, Farah Khan, opened the door. Daniel, I hugged Farah tightly. I missed home. Farah touched my face. You look heartbroken. I signed divorce papers today. Farah guided me inside. Sit. Tell everything. Sophia chose Adrian. Fa sighed softly. Painful truth. I stayed calm. Farah smiled gently. I'm proud of you. I wanted to scream. Silence feels stronger, Farah said. I hope silence works. Farah poured tea. Anger destroys judgment. I feel anger inside. Farah handed me a cup. Let dignity win. I want justice. Justice comes slowly, Farah replied. I trust karma. Farah nodded. Good. Karma never rushes. I'm planning quietly. Farah squeezed my hand. Smart choice. I feel sad. Sadness means heart still works. I smiled faintly. I don't want revenge. Then choose growth. I will. Farah hugged me again. You deserve peace. I will build peace. Night settled around the house. My chest still hurt, but determination replaced despair. I whispered to myself, quiet takeover begins now. I stared at the latest financial report and muttered, numbers don't lie. Marcus sat across the desk. Quarter losses increased again. Adrian keeps pushing expansion, I said. Marcus nodded. Cash reserves shrinking fast. Send everything to Victor, I replied. Already done, Marcus said. Lily has employee feedback. Lily entered carrying a tablet. Morale dropping quickly. Details? I asked. Layoffs rumors spreading, Lily said. Employees blame leadership. Leadership deserves blame, Marcus muttered. I sighed. Time to prepare. Marcus leaned forward. Reveal ownership? Soon, I answered. Lily studied my face. Are you ready emotionally? I'm ready strategically. Marcus chuckled. Strategy wins today. My phone rang. Victor called. Board meeting scheduled, Victor said. Emergency meeting? I asked. Yes. Richard demanded intervention. Perfect timing, I whispered. Victor replied, bring calm confidence. I always do. I ended the call and looked at Marcus and Lily. Today changes everything. Marcus smiled. Finally, Lily squeezed my shoulder. Stay strong. I entered the boardroom slowly. Sophia sat beside Adrian. Eleanor, Nina, and Richard filled the seats. Richard spoke first. Financial instability requires urgent solutions. Sophia nodded. Expansion faced unexpected challenges. Adrian added, long-term growth requires risk. I stayed silent. Eleanor asked, where do we find stability? Victor entered carrying a thick folder. I have information. Sophia frowned. Legal updates? Victor placed documents on the table. Ownership clarification. Adrian shifted nervously. Clarification about what? Victor opened the folder. Malik Tech belongs to Orion Holdings. Sophia blinked. We know the parent company. Victor nodded. Orion Holdings belongs to Daniel Kahn. Silence exploded. Nina gasped. Daniel owns Malik Tech? Richard leaned forward. Explain immediately. Victor slid papers across the table. Majority shares transferred years ago. Sophia stared at me. Daniel, this is a joke? I don't joke about business, I replied calmly. Adrian stood up. This cannot be legal. Victor pointed to signatures. Court-verified documents. Eleanor whispered, incredible. Sophia's voice trembled. Why hide this? I wanted protection, I answered. Protection from what? Sophia asked. From manipulation, I said quietly. Adrian scoffed. This move undermines leadership. This move secures stability, I replied. Richard adjusted glasses. Daniel holds controlling power? Victor nodded. Full authority. Nina looked stunned. Sophia didn't know? No, Sophia whispered. I folded my hands. Secrets sometimes protect dreams. Sophia shook Sophia's head. Marriage included secrets? Marriage included trust, I replied. Adrian stepped closer. Board must challenge this. Victor smiled slightly. Legal structure prevents challenge. Richard cleared throat. Daniel, what happens now? I stabilize Malik Tech, I said. Eleanor asked softly. Leadership changes? Leadership gains accountability, I answered. Sophia whispered. Daniel planned this moment? I plan protection, I said. Adrian snapped. This feels like revenge. I don't believe in revenge, I replied calmly. Nina leaned forward. Then why reveal truth now? Because Malik Tech needs stability. Richard nodded slowly. I support Daniel's leadership. Eleanor added, I agree. Sophia stared at the table. Everything feels unreal. I spoke gently. Sophia built Malik Tech publicly. I built foundations quietly. Sophia whispered, why never tell me? I wanted Sophia to succeed without doubt. Adrian laughed bitterly. Control disguised as love. Responsibility disguised as silence. I corrected. Victor closed the folder. Meeting concludes with Daniel as majority owner. Richard stood, all in favor of Daniel leading recovery. Hands rose around the table. Sophia stayed frozen. I stood slowly. Thank you for trust. Adrian shook Adrian's head. This isn't over. This moment already ended uncertainty, I replied. Adrian stormed out. The room slowly emptied until only Sophia and I remained. Sophia spoke softly. I feel betrayed. I understand, I replied. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. Marriage included lies. Marriage included sacrifice. Sophia whispered. Why stay silent during divorce? Because timing mattered. Sophia shook Sophia's head. I never knew you. You knew the quiet version. Sophia asked, do you hate me? I feel nothing but calm. Sophia wiped tears. That hurts more. I'm sorry. Sophia whispered. I made terrible mistakes. I made quiet choices. Sophia nodded slowly. Everything changed today. Yes. Sophia stood and walked toward the door. Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Sophia. The door closed softly. I exhaled deeply and whispered. Power shifted quietly. I stared at the latest financial report and muttered, numbers don't lie. Marcus sat across the desk. Quarter losses increased again. Adrian keeps pushing expansion, I said. Marcus nodded. Cash reserves shrinking fast. Send everything to Victor, I replied. Already done, Marcus said. Lily has employee feedback. Lily entered carrying a tablet. morale dropping quickly. Details? I asked. Layoffs, rumors spreading, Lily said. Employees blame leadership. Leadership deserves blame, Marcus muttered. I sighed. Time to prepare. Marcus leaned forward. Reveal ownership? Soon, I answered. Lily studied my face. Are you ready emotionally? I'm ready strategically. Marcus chuckled. Strategy wins today. My phone rang. Victor called. Board meeting scheduled, Victor said. Emergency meeting? I asked. Yes. Richard demanded intervention. Perfect timing, I whispered. Victor replied. Bring calm confidence. I always do. I ended the call and looked at Marcus and Lily. Today changes everything. Marcus smiled. Finally. Lily squeezed my shoulder. Stay strong. I entered the boardroom slowly. Sophia sat beside Adrian. Eleanor, Nina, and Richard filled the seats. Richard spoke first. Financial instability requires urgent solutions. Sophia nodded. Expansion faced unexpected challenges. Adrian added, long-term growth requires risk. I stayed silent. Eleanor asked, where do we find stability? Victor entered carrying a thick folder. I have information. Sophia frowned. Legal updates? Victor placed documents on the table. Ownership clarification. Adrian shifted nervously. Clarification about what? Victor opened the folder. Malik Tech belongs to Orion Holdings. Sophia blinked. We know the parent company. Victor nodded. Orion Holdings belongs to Daniel Kahn. Silence exploded. Nina gasped. Daniel owns Malik Tech? Richard leaned forward. Explain immediately. Victor slid papers across the table. Majority shares transferred years ago. Sophia stared at me. Daniel, this is a joke? I don't joke about business, I replied calmly. Adrian stood up. This cannot be legal. Victor pointed to signatures. Court-verified documents. Eleanor whispered, incredible. Sophia's voice trembled. Why hide this? I wanted protection, I answered. Protection from what? Sophia asked. From manipulation, I said quietly. Adrian scoffed. This move undermines leadership. This move secures stability, I replied. Richard adjusted glasses. Daniel holds controlling power? Victor nodded. Full authority. Nina looked stunned. Sophia didn't know? No, Sophia whispered. I folded my hands. Secrets sometimes protect dreams. Sophia shook Sophia's head. Marriage included secrets? Marriage included trust, I replied. Adrian stepped closer. Board must challenge this. Victor smiled slightly. Legal structure prevents challenge. Richard cleared throat. Daniel, what happens now? I stabilize Malik Tech, I said. Eleanor asked softly. Leadership changes? Leadership gains accountability, I answered. Sophia whispered. Daniel planned this moment? I planned protection, I said. Adrian snapped. This feels like revenge. I don't believe in revenge, I replied calmly. Nina leaned forward. Then why reveal truth now? Because Malik Tech needs stability. Richard nodded slowly. I support Daniel's leadership. Eleanor added, I agree. Sophia stared at the table. Everything feels unreal. I spoke gently. Sophia built Malik Tech publicly. I built foundations quietly. Sophia whispered, why never tell me? I wanted Sophia to succeed without doubt. Adrian laughed bitterly. Control disguised as love. Responsibility disguised as silence, I corrected. Victor closed the folder. Meeting concludes with Daniel as majority owner. Richard stood, all in favor of Daniel leading recovery. Hands rose around the table. Sophia stayed frozen. I stood slowly. Thank you for trust. Adrian shook Adrian's head. This isn't over. This moment already ended uncertainty, I replied. Adrian stormed out. The room slowly emptied until only Sophia and I remained. Sophia spoke softly. I feel betrayed. Understand, I replied. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. Marriage included lies. Marriage included sacrifice. Sophia whispered, why stay silent during divorce? Because timing mattered. Sophia shook Sophia's head. I never knew you. You knew the quiet version. Sophia asked, "Do you hate me?" "I feel nothing but calm." Sophia wiped tears. "That hurts more." "I'm sorry," Sophia whispered. "I made terrible mistakes. I made quiet choices." Sophia nodded slowly. "Everything changed today." "Yes." Sophia stood and walked toward the door. "Goodbye, Daniel." "Goodbye, Sophia." The door closed softly. I exhaled deeply and whispered. Power shifted quietly. I stared at the message on my phone and whispered, "Sophia wants a private meeting." Marcus looked up from the laptop. "You will go. I need closure." Marcus nodded slowly. "Be careful." "I'm not afraid anymore." The cafe felt quiet when I arrived. Sophia sat near the window and stood immediately. "Thank you for coming." "I came for honesty," I replied. Sophia took a deep breath. "I don't know where to start." "Start with truth." Sophia nodded. "I made a terrible mistake." I stayed silent. Sophia whispered, "I didn't understand you." "I never asked for understanding," I said softly. Sophia shook Sophia's head. "You deserved it." I deserved respect. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. "I thought ambition mattered more." "Ambition matters," I replied. "Disloyalty destroys." Sophia looked down. "Adrian left Malik Tech yesterday." I heard rumors. Sophia sighed. "Investors demanded termination." "Consequences arrive quietly," I said. Sophia nodded. "Richard and the board supported you." "I'm focused on recovery." Sophia asked softly, "Do you feel victorious?" "I feel tired." Sophia wiped tears. "I expected anger." "I feel acceptance." Sophia whispered, "That hurts more than anger." "I'm sorry." Sophia leaned forward. "I misunderstood your silence." "I use silence as protection." Sophia nodded slowly. "You protected everything." "I tried." Sophia whispered, "I feel ashamed." "I'm not here to punish you." Sophia's voice trembled. "I punished myself already." I stayed quiet for a moment. Sophia spoke again. "Do you remember our first office?" "I remember broken chairs and cheap coffee." Sophia laughed softly through tears. "We felt unstoppable. We felt hopeful." Sophia nodded. "I miss that feeling. I miss simplicity." Sophia whispered, "I lost my way. You found ambition instead." Sophia shook Sophia's head. "I chose pride. Pride feels expensive now." Sophia looked at me carefully. "You don't hate me?" "I don't carry hate anymore." Sophia exhaled slowly. "You changed. Pain teaches growth." Sophia whispered, "I wish I understood earlier." "I wish many things." Sophia asked softly, "Can we ever be friends?" "I need distance first." Sophia nodded sadly. "I understand." Silence filled the table. Sophia finally spoke. "Thank you for coming. Thank you for honesty." Sophia stood slowly. "Goodbye, Daniel." "Goodbye, Sophia." I watched Sophia leave and felt something loosen inside my chest. My phone buzzed immediately. Eleanor called. "Daniel, I wanted to congratulate you," Eleanor said. "Thank you, Eleanor. Leadership feels stable again." Eleanor continued. "I'm working hard." Nina joined the call. "Employees feel hopeful." "I'm glad to hear that." Eleanor said warmly, "We support your direction." "I appreciate loyalty." Nina added, "Company culture improves already." "That means everything." Eleanor laughed softly. "You sound humble." "I feel grateful." Nina asked, "What comes next?" "Slow growth and trust." Eleanor replied, "We believe in you." "Thank you." The call ended and Marcus walked into my office. "Meeting went well. I feel closure." Marcus smiled. "Adrian packed belongings yesterday. I hope Adrian finds a better path." Marcus raised an eyebrow. "You sound forgiving." "I feel peaceful." Marcus laughed softly. "Peace suits you." "It took pain to reach this point." Marcus nodded. "Company profits recovering already. Team deserves credit." Marcus said proudly, "You deserve credit too." "I don't need praise." Marcus smiled. "You earned respect." I looked around the office and felt quiet calm. My phone buzzed again. Farah called. "How was the meeting?" Farah asked gently. "I feel lighter." Farah laughed softly. "Dignity wins again." "You were right." Farah replied warmly. "I'm always right." I smiled. "Thank you for guidance." "Proud of you," Farah said. "Love you, Mom." "Love you too." The call ended and silence filled the room. I whispered to myself, revenge never mattered. Growth mattered. I stepped into the new executive floor and whispered, this place feels different. Marcus grinned, because leadership feels different. Congratulations on becoming COO, I said. Marcus laughed. I still remember cheap coffee days. I remember every sacrifice. Marcus nodded proudly. Malik Tech finally feels stable. I promised stability. Marcus crossed arms. Employees trust leadership again. That matters most. Lily walked in holding reports. Culture reforms showing results. Tell me everything, I said. Employee satisfaction increased 30%, Lily replied. Marcus whistled softly. That sounds amazing. Lily smiled. Transparency created trust. I believe in honest leadership, I said. Lily added, teams feel heard and valued. That makes me happy. Marcus leaned against the desk. You built something meaningful. We built something meaningful. Lily nodded. Future looks bright. I feel hopeful. My phone buzzed. Omar called. Daniel, big news. Omar said excitedly. Tell me everything. Charity partnership ready to launch. I'm proud of you. Omar laughed. You funded everything. We funded everything. Omar said warmly. Farah helped organize volunteers. I'll call Farah tonight. Omar added, this project changes lives. That makes success meaningful. Omar replied, launch event scheduled tomorrow. I'll attend. See you soon, Omar said. The call ended and Marcus smiled. You changed many lives. I changed my own first. Marcus nodded. Growth suits you. I finally feel peaceful. Marcus patted my shoulder. You deserve peace. Lily waved goodbye. Meeting soon. See you later, I replied. The office became quiet. My assistant entered softly. Sophia requested a meeting. I paused. Schedule it. Sophia arrived later and stood near the window. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Sophia. Sophia smiled nervously. This office looks beautiful. Thank you. Sophia took a deep breath. I'm leaving corporate life. I heard rumors. Sophia nodded. I want a new beginning. I hope you find happiness. Sophia smiled gently. I'm learning slowly. I respect that. Sophia whispered, thank you for everything. You're welcome. Sophia stepped closer. I'm grateful for our past. I'm grateful for lessons. Sophia laughed softly. You always sound wise. I learned through pain. Sophia nodded. I'm sorry for everything. I forgave everything. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. That means a lot. You deserve peace too. Sophia smiled sadly. This goodbye feels different. This goodbye feels healthy. Sophia nodded slowly. Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Sophia. Sophia walked away calmly. I stood alone and felt no sadness, only calm acceptance. My phone buzzed again. Farah called. How was your day? Farah asked. I feel complete. Farah laughed softly. My son sounds happy. I finally feel happy. Farah replied warmly. You earned happiness. Thank you for everything. Always proud of you, Farah said. Love you. Love you too. The call ended and night lights filled the skyline. I whispered quietly, life finally feels peaceful.